All right, I just got the beds made, but our 2019 season is here. We're starting it off in Utah. We took off at 2 a.m. this morning from Arizona, but we're finally here. It was a nice and easy drive because we didn't haul a trailer, and we're not having the quad this year, but you know what that means? Most of our hunts are going to be backpacking, as you guys are going to see tomorrow. But first thing, we're going to shoot my bow. Got to make sure everything's good after the drive, and then we're going to head in and backpack in for about 5 days. Hopefully it ends earlier than that, but we're going to start off with a high country mule deer hunt in Utah.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Hope they won't shoot me down soon. Catch me howling at the moon.
Well, we went and shot the bow this morning. Everything looks really good. I shot at 30, 40, and 70. Everything's perfect. Slider's working. We went and did our 5-mile hike to get right here. There's a beautiful basin that we're seeing right here. A guy hiked out that was hunting, and he said he was seeing a lot of good deer, just couldn't make good stalks on them. We have a flat spot right here. We're gonna set the tent up. We're gonna get some electrolyte in and go and get some food in, and then we're gonna be back out there to go try to find a buck to hunt in the morning. Me and Mike got the hard part over with. We got our tent set up. This took us a little bit longer than we're used to. It's a new tent we're running. It's the Hilleberg Nala G2. It's worked perfect for us, but we were gonna use it just because of bad weather conditions. But on this hunt so far, we looked up the 5-day weather forecast. It looks like it's gonna be nice and sunny. That's different than what we saw last year in Utah, but we have a little bit of time left. I believe it's around 6 o'clock, so we're gonna get out there and try to spot these bucks in this nice basin right here. We just made it to our glassing spot right here, guys. We hiked about 15 minutes away from camp down this ridge. We were really wanting to see the certain basin. We finally got the right angle, but we're gonna glass right now. We're a long ways away. We're just hoping we find the bucks, and then we'll figure out what to do tomorrow.
So we just rolled back to camp. After glassing for the last 3 hours, I was actually kind of surprised we didn't pick up as much deer as we thought. We didn't even pick up a nice mature buck even worth going over there. All we picked up was just a 2-point and a couple does working our way. Definitely have to look at the onX just to see other terrain just in the option. But before that, I gotta eat some dinner. I got chili mac and cheese. I don't know what Anthony's got, but after the long hike today, I think it's time to eat and crash a little bit and look at some onX.
We just made it to the spot where we want to glass this morning. We pushed a little bit farther. It's a little windy out here, but we're gonna have a new angle on this basin right here. Last night wasn't too impressive. We didn't see a lot of bucks, nothing definitely to go after, but we're gonna set up right here. Should be a good morning. We're gonna let the sun beat on them, and hopefully we find that shooter buck. This morning went just as planned, guys. We set up, first thing. We picked up a buck going over the top of the ridge, smaller buck, and then we started picking up a lot of does, a lot of movement, and then it just started to slow down, and we were getting a little worried like we weren't going to find that nice buck. And then about 2.5 hours later, Michael tells me to come over here, and he picks up that nice high country mule deer buck that you look for. We've been watching him. He got spooked. There's a lot of cattle in the area, so he's in some thick right now. So we don't know if he's going to bed in there or he's going to come out, but we're just trying to make sure we keep tabs on him. We're going to play this one safe. Me and Michael just made it back to camp. We're hanging out right now. We're about to brew a cup of coffee. We're starting to unload our pack because we're going to break the tent down, load it all up, because we only have enough water to last us till about tomorrow morning, so we have to go and filter some. So we're just going to take all the packs with us, filter some water, and we're going to head to where that buck's at, and we're going to camp over there. That's the game plan right now. We're hoping we can get over there before it gets dark, and we can try to pick him up tonight.
Just sitting here realizing how thankful I am to be out here. But we need to fill the tag.
As you guys can tell, we just made it to our next camping spot. We're going to be a little quiet up here because we're only about 700 yards away, but we're on the backside of a little knob from where we last saw the buck. We just filtered some water, so we should be good for 4 days. We're going to hike up there a little ways. It's real windy up here, and we're going to try to locate this buck for tonight. We just made it up here, perfect timing, guys. So we made it to the top of the knob. It's 4:30. We're 600 to 700 yards away from where we last saw the buck. So we're going to get set up, drink a cup of coffee. We're going to really focus in on this little area. But we're also going to scan around and see if there's any other deer moving. We didn't pick him up tonight, guys. Sorry. Well, tonight was like the complete opposite of how this morning started. We came over here. We made the move. We were trying to find this buck. Me and Mike glassed our butt off, and it's just been a super slow night. Mike picked up a little forked horn right at last light. But we're kind of rethinking, like, was it really worth the move? But when you see a buck like that maturity level, we're pretty sure there's other bucks here. We're just not picking them up. So we're going to head back to camp, eat a mountain house, and we're probably going to set up a little bit farther in and get a different angle of this mountain. And we're just going to hope they come out throughout the night.
There's dirt on my